Hello and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be going over how I run my market warp on the altitude server. I have already done a video showing you around the market, how it works and all that, so if you don't know what I'm talking about, please go over and watch that. Today I'm just going to be going over how I maintain it, how I keep it fair, etc, etc. So how does it work? Well, to start with, if someone wants to buy a shop, they have to go to this building over here. Over here I have all the rules and all the info listed so people can read all the rules, understand them, take their time with them, and then when they are ready to buy a stall, they go out, find one they like and purchase it from me by DMing me, and then I get them set up. Now, the one thing that I require of everyone in my market is to sign a contract. Now, these contracts are basically just listing all of the rules. The player says, I agree to this, basically, and it's using a written book, barrel, that has everything on there. So when you click the sign button, it links it to your Minecraft account, so it proves beyond doubt that it is you that have signed it. So as you can see in here, we have a bunch of them signed by previous people who have joined recently. I have these two barrels here just so it's quickly to grab them for new stall owners. Now, the way that I make these is by hand. So let me just go get an empty one for you. So here I have an empty book, and I have on the monitor a copy of the contract in a notepad document. So all I have to do is copy it page by page into the book. And that is a new one done. To do this, I usually stamp spawn because the AFK time is longer, and I can just smash out like an inventory full at a time. So I only sell maybe one stall a week at the moment, so these last a really long time. So also down here is anything else I might need for maintaining. I have contracts in these barrels. I have extra signs, and then in here is everything from people who have been evicted. I hold everyone's stuff for them to collect at any point. I send them a DM letting them know that they can come collect it. And then if they don't come back, then I just end up keeping the items, but I usually don't do that for 60 to 100 days after they've been inactive. Like, I'm sure some of these have been offline for a really long time now. So let's move on. So the way that Altitude's warp rules are that you have to have minimum stock requirements. So every single one of your shops needs to be stocked to a certain level in order for it to match the rules of the warp, so I don't get my warp taken down. Now, I do not have access to people's shops or know how much stock they have, so I have to rely on the staff letting me know when people's shops are low, which is what they do every single week. Once a week they'll send me a list of players who have low stock, so I can let them know to restock, and then if they have low stock for more than 3 weeks, then I have to evict them, unfortunately. But I always send a DM to everyone if their name comes up. So you're probably wondering what I use to keep track of everything. Now, I have a Discord channel group to keep track of all of my stuff, including the admin stuff, which I am going to pop up on screen for you now. This is my channel named Grove Market Admin, and it basically just lists everything that I do. So today I got my weekly check, so I'm just going to go over and copy that into this channel. So this is a full list. I don't get these every week. I usually just get a short list or just a confirmation that I'm doing a good job. So this one is a very long list. I haven't had a good one like this for a couple of weeks, so it's probably why it's extra long today. This staff member has been kind enough to split everything into districts for me, which makes it easier to check on everyone's shops and such. So to begin with, I'm just going to go through this list and check to see when the person was last online, to see if they've gone inactive, because if they've gone inactive I can just evict them, and if they haven't, then they get a warning message, which I send by the in-game mail, which I have pinned on here. So a low stock message here, and then I just copy this and send it to the player. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to use this list and I'm going to go into game and send all these mails. So I've gotten about halfway through my list and I have a player who's been offline for more than 14 days, in this case 23 days. Now the way I deal with this is by putting a list together in a notepad of the player name and the coordinates of where their shop is. So I'm going to go over to their shop right now to find the coordinates of it. So I'm pretty sure it's over here. Yes. So I'm going to stand here. I'm going to open a new notepad document. It's like for me, I use it like sticky notes, just so I'll write the name of the player. And then the coordinates minus 89, 6e minus 12, 6. I don't have the ability to break other people's shops, so I have to ask a staff member to do it. Unfortunately, not all the staff members can do it, only the head staff can, so I have to DM the altitude bot and someone will be able to remove them when they're available. So let me carry on with the rest of the list. So I've come across a person who's exactly on the inactivity period, which is 14 days. Usually I tend to leave these for the next weekly check, as there's a good chance they might come back. And I don't really want to be unfair. And I've gotten through the list. Fortunately, only one person needed evicting, but because I haven't checked it in a week or two, I'm going to go around all of the registry boards and check everyone's inactivity. So I have now gone around all the registry boards and checked all of the inactivity. I found 3 more people who have been offline for more than 14 days, so I've added them to my list. Now the way that I have to evict people is obviously I need to get staff to remove their shops for me, and once they've removed the shops for me, I empty the entire shop into shulker boxes and restore the shop back to how it used to look. And then I go and place the shulker boxes into the storage under here, which I showed you earlier. So it goes in here, and then I add a sign to signify who owns it. Now I'm not going to show that because some people might not want some of their stuff shown, because some people keep random stuff in their shops for some reason, and I'm already violating people's privacy a little bit with this video, so I don't want to make it any worse than I already have. So I think that about covers everything that goes into maintaining the warp. As you can imagine, this does take a lot of time to do every week, and then I also have to set up shops for new players. I have to check on problems, and also sometimes people ruin their shops and I have to almost completely rebuild them, which is not a good feeling. So yeah, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments below, and I hope you found this helpful, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.